Yo, what is up, everyone? Chavito here. Just wanted to talk about those S cells that were mentioned the other day for Super Saiyans. How a Saiyan is able to turn into a Super Saiyan, or has the ability to, once they have a certain amount of S cells in their body. And it makes a lot of sense. And usually, these cells are carried by Saiyans that are pure of heart, or they're righteous and whatnot. Which makes a lot of sense too, because the only Super Saiyans we see, they're good guys. They've been on the good side. Vegeta wasn't able to turn into a Super Saiyan until he had a change of heart. It wasn't until it was around the time period of when he was falling in love with Bulma and everything. So it makes a lot of sense that it required the a mental portion of you thinking, because we all know, like, there has been a lot of studies showing that whatever you're thinking affects your DNA. You can literally change the way that some genes are expressed through your thoughts alone. So obviously, having a pure heart, having good intentions, I guess, like it's not completely nonsense for that to express the S cell genes more. And then being able to activate Super Saiyan, whether it's through the tingly feeling in your back, or through the emotion, it's gonna come as a response through that. And then those more expressed genes, they can activate the rest of the sequence, which is the huge increase in power, and the blonde hair, blue eyes, and whatnot. So or if you're Kale or Broly, or if you're just a scary Super Saiyan, like when Trunks went into rage mode, no pupils at all, just straight wide eyes. However, it makes a lot of sense. I think it's cool, a good way to science up why Goten and Trunks were able to become Super Saiyans fast and everything. For whatever reason, so many people are like, oh, okay, now it finally makes way more sense. We can calm down and not see it as stupid that the kids got Super Saiyan form so easy, and people were getting Saiyan form so easy. And it's like, dude, I mean, even before the cell thing, they kind of explained most of it. Well, I guess people like science. So either way, I like the explanation. It was pretty cool, to learn about that. And the interview was pretty in depth, like the same interview that was mentioned. We finally learned about the Super Saiyan God Yamoshi. We finally have a name. Okay, we kind of had a face before. This dude supposedly looks a lot like Vegeta. We've heard legends and stories that have been retconned and changed, so much ever since Dragon Ball Z, when we first heard about the legendary Super Saiyan. But now we got a name. We have a story about the battle. We know that this guy was able to turn into a Super Saiyan against evil Saiyans, and it wasn't enough, so then he went and turned into a Super Saiyan God with the help of 5 others, of course, as we know the details. If you watched Battle of Gods, or the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, and they went so much into detail, they're gonna have to make a movie out of this. I think like that was literally just Toriyama and them like planting seeds to say like, yo, we're gonna make a movie about this kind of thing, and also to get us hoping there's a movie or something about this. Like they know that if they kind of mention that, then we're gonna want to see it. Just like how they mentioned, there's a lot of other people more powerful than me. When Beerus said that there's multiple universes, multiple gods of destruction and stuff, and obviously everybody wanted to see it. So whenever they want to make that movie, whether it's in 2018, 2019, 2020, everyone's going to be waiting for that now. So really good job on them for marketing that. But man, like it's pretty neat just to think about, now we finally got the name Yamoshi. And the story too talks about how like he has an essence now in the universe. Like, what the heck is that? Like, is that kind of like how Zamasu had an essence in the universe once he became like a part of it? How strong is this guy? How strong were those evil Saiyans that he had to fight for? The fact that he had to go to a god tier level in order to even defeat them. it makes me wonder, like, there's got to be more, legends about Saiyans. Maybe in the Namekian Book of Legends, like how it says that, a Namekian, put that in the Namekian Book of Legends. And it says that, like, he's like still out there in the universe in a way, so he's not in Otherworld, and it just makes me wonder, like, are they gonna bring this character back too? Maybe, like, are they going to maybe have some sort of thing where he speaks to Goku or Vegeta in their mind one day, saying like, oh, like, I know how you can tap into your power, just do this or that, whatever. Maybe we'll find out that I don't know, Vegeta comes from his direct line. Like, maybe they can do that in the movie, where, like, let's say, like, Yamoshi had a son and his son was Vegeta. He was the first of, like, all the Vegetas. Vegeta, we know he's like Vegeta Jr., I guess. I'm pretty sure of it, but either way, like, I'm really glad that they did this. He's definitely really freaking powerful, and makes me wonder, like, if he was to come back though, like, let's say they did make him as like a figure, like, let's say like his essence was able to turn into a solid body of matter again, would they have Yamoshi, like, fight alongside them for any reason? Like, are there any evil Saiyans that have this same essence out there, like, that they're just there? Like, are there any evil Saiyans that we should be worried about in the future? Like, I did a video the other day too about Universe 13 Saiyans, and how it would make sense if all the universes are supposed to be paired and similar. Universes 1 through 18, then there was definitely a trio of universes that were created at the same time then. So then universe 6, 7, and 13 would have been the trio, and there would have had to have been Saiyans there, you'd assume. So what were these Saiyans like, are they all completely evil? Are they more ape-like, for example? So it'd be really interesting to see, like, how much more they expand on Saiyans, new Saiyan characters, new Saiyan abilities, new Saiyan lore. And I'm really excited. I'll leave that video down below too. But yeah, the story of the Saiyans is something that everybody's going to want to know more about. It's going to keep a lot of people interested. I know a lot of people that they're just fans of the series just because they think the Super Saiyan transformations look cool. So if they're looking cool, the new designs for the Saiyans, it's gonna, keep new people interested. It's gonna make old people come back and watch the show. But yeah, I liked what they did with Yamoshi. I like the story. I like that they finally made the name. Good thing we got the explanation for the S-Cells. But those are my thoughts on it, and I can't wait to talk to y'all about Dragon Ball next time.